So the first chapter for finals is the information society. We tackled this in the prelims kung di ba kung anong ibig sabihin ng information technology as a tool na ginagamit sa subject na to. So now about information society naman, before that nagkaroon ng other societies. We have agricultural and industrial. So from the term itself, agricultural, that's the foraging society. And for industrial, that's the start of industry, of technology. And now we have the information society based on informations. And the knowledge society naman, ito yung naging post-industrial society. For agricultural society, way back in prelims, we have topics about inventions. So kasama sila. This agricultural society is a society that construct roads, increase trade with sufficient transportation, and they also abandon barter system. So iniwan na nila yung system ng trade nila, which is palitan ng mga goods and services kasi meron na silang pera. So may coin system na, may money na sila. So they develop this system of writing as well to keep the records. So kung maalala nyo pa yung mga papyrus, mga ganun na pinag-aralan noon, kasama to sa agricultural society. They also have the differences of statuses. So tinatawag na landowners, yung may power and wealth, sila yung mayayaman, and peasants naman yung may hirap or low classes who do all the work. For industrial society naman, the start of technology, this emphasizes from food production to the production of manufactured goods. So kung dati from agricultural, based on food sila, ito naman, paano mag-manufacture ng iba pang mga goods. So it made possible by changes in production, like sa animal, human labor, di ba? Dati kasi, nung pre-industry, sa agricultural, ang ginagamit nila mga hayop sa pagtatrabaho, which is very small and slow, mga kalabaw, ganun. For industry naman, nagkaroon ng machines, which is a lot faster. So, nagkaroon na ng tractor sa farming and everything. And then, they increased the amount of food produced because the population is also increasing. Ngayon naman yung demand ng agriculture bumababa and the workforce increases because of the new technologies that produce wider variety of goods. So dahil mas marami ng technology, sinong mag-ooperate sa kanila, nagkaroon na rin ng mga trabaho. For information society naman, this is the digital citizen. So kasama kayo dyan. So a society which information is good, that one can exchange, buy, sell, store, transport, and process. So as we can see, di ba, nagkakaroon tayo ng online shopping, online transactions. Yung informations na nakukuha natin hindi na galing sa dyaryo, it is digital. So galing sa television, sa social medias, and other platforms. So what do we use for this information society? So yan, computers. We use the computers. The progress in information technology and communication is changing the way we live. So kung noon, mga palimbagang libro, halos ngayon wala nang gumagamit ng libro kasi mayroon na tayong internet. Doon na natin nakukuha lahat ng information. For the knowledge society naman, ang pagkakaiba lang nito is parang information society, pero the knowledge society is based on knowledge. Human society na meron daw karunungan para alam ng tao kung ano yung justice, justisya, being democratic, being peaceful. So they have also already the knowledge. And we have UNESCO. UNESCO is a society which should provide universal and equitable access to information. So nagkaroon ng UNESCO. The fourth industrial revolution naman, ayan, ang pagbabago sa revolution ng tao. During the first revolution, They use water and stream power, mechanized production. And for second revolution, hindi naman tubig, kundi electric power naman. For third revolution, nagkaroon siya ng electronics, that is from 1900s. And for fourth revolution, which is today, pinagsama na yung physical, digital, and biological. Today, 21st century, the IT revolution. IT means information technology. So humanity has progressed from agriculture revolution to industrial revolution and is now moving to an information revolution. So from the industry, naging information revolution na siya. It allows computers to being network over global telecoms and highways. So before, the information was very little. Pero ngayon, it's worldwide. So kung ano information from other countries, nakukuha na rin natin through network and global telecoms. That's what you call the internet, satellites. We also have the invention of printing. So, di ba dati newspaper lang, ganyan, palimbagan, yung ink yung ginagamit, tapos linilimbag nila sa mga papel. Meron pa yung linilimbag sa black marble based from the prelims lesson. Pero ngayon, this is digital, so printing na lang. So, this help literacy and education to grow up. Ipiprint na lang sa computers, sa mga printing press using technologies. Other breakthrough in information technology, we have the radio, telephone, and the television. So this is morely for information. Saan tayo nakakakuha ng information during the 21st century? So yan. Ngayon, kasama na yung cell phones. So what is the role of information technology in education? So it access the variety of learning resources. So lahat ng resources nasa internet na siya. It's immediate to information. So you don't need to go to the library, travel. Nandito na sa internet, di ba? I-type mo lang sa search button, lalabas na lahat yung kailangan mo. You can also use it anytime learning and anywhere learning. So, for example, like right now, you are at your homes, anytime and anywhere, you can learn something because of information technology. And then we have the multimedia approach to education. Ito, ginagawa natin e-class, e-learning, and educom. Yan. So, it's also authentic and up-to-date information. So, yung information sa internet, usually, mga latest. Pero yung latest na yan, hindi pa proven yung iba dyan. So, dahil sobrang up-to-date niya, pati yung old tatanggalin niya, sometimes it's still okay to use books for information. And then we have access to online libraries, di ba? Ang hirap naman yung umaakyat ka lagi sa third floor saka sa fourth floor para pumunta sa library kung pwede namang lahat ng books nila na-scan na for online library transactions. So kahit nasa bahay ka, hindi ka na kailangan pumunta doon. Kahit gabi, meron kang kopya ng libro from the library. Present, ma'am. Hindi pa po ako nag-check ng attendance kasi kakunti pa lang. Mamaya pa po. Okay? And then the last one is teaching of different subjects made interesting. So, yung attendance nyo, later na po pag natapos na to. In science naman, what is the use of information technology? So, their scientific progress, we almost depend on the use of computer. So, using supercomputers naman, meteorologists can predict future weather. So, as of today, di ba, they have predicted this weather that it will have a heavy rain. Kaya na-cancel yung kinder to grade 12. Hindi siya bagyo, it's just a heavy rain because of the supercomputers and the meteorologists who help us predict our future weather. Pati bukas sasabihin niya na, mamayang gabi pa lang sasabihin niya, 24-hour weather forecast, which is valid until tomorrow. In medicine naman, they use this CAT and MRI scanning. So, ito yung ginagamit sa mga CT scan. Yan. Kunwari meron silang nakitang abnormality or you feel abnormality within your body para ma-detect talaga kung saan yung location nung may palya sa brain mo ba, sa heart mo. Kasi tong CT scanning na to, makukuha niya lahat yung whole body. But yung CT scanning, pwede kang mamili kung ulo lang, yung whole body, ganyan. So may CT scan tayo sa Divine Mercy sa St. Paul. Kung makita nila kung may tumor, meron blood clot, which is very useful kasi nga alam na agad kung saan yung i-opera. Hindi na sila manghuhula. So CAT is computerized axial tomography and MRI is what you call magnetic resonance imaging. And then for technical field, yan naman sa technical field. Information plays important role in industry. So before our architecture is going to design a house, na dinodrawing niya lang sa blueprint. Pero ngayon gagamit na sila ng AutoCAD, ganyan, which is more accurate based on sa kanilang angles, sa kanilang dimensions. Gagamit sila ng ratio like 1 centimeter dun sa computer is equal to 1 meter. Ganyan. And then, it will be easier for them kasi pag dinrawing mo, bura ka ng bura sa papel, madudumihan. Pero dito kasi sa mga computer applications, you can just undo it, delete it, o di ba? Mas madali na lang siyang gawin. We also have business environment. Ano yung business environment? Electronic cash registers, computers, yung mga GCash, online banking, online transaction. That's what you call the business environment for information technology. We also have the use of this for communication. Ayan, so people use social media platforms. This is all what used for communication. Lahat yan. Yan. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, ano ba to? Pinterest, TikTok, Link, YouTube, ganyan. X, yan. So lahat yan, that's what we call for communication. We also use it for job searching. Dati kasi pag naghahanap ng trabaho sa Jaryo lang nahahanap yung mga trabaho na posted. Ngayon, ang dali-dali, di ba? Si UCV, anong sabi niya? We're hiring HR director, driver. So, makikita mo yung job posted ng mga trabaho, which is more easier for you to know where to go. So, for example, meron kang profile sa link, kailangan mong gumawa. You should look professional. You put your experiences in your biography like, I joined the contest, I'm good at video making, ganyan. Lahat na experience mo. I teach, I was doing my last job from this company. Ganyan. And then you follow the companies you are interested. So, ifa-follow mo yung gusto mo. Diba? Kung gusto mo pumunta sa teaching, so, magpa-follow ka ng academe. Kung gusto mo mag-artista, di follow mo ang ABS, GMA, lagay mo lahat dyan. Baka kasi makita ka nila. Baka makita yung profile mo. Ayan. And then we have the transformation of social environment. A very important way of communication is our mobile phone. So lahat na ata naka-cellphone. So when we walk outside, it seems hard to find someone who's not on their phone. So lahat naka-cellphone. Pagpapasok ka sa school, kung galing ka sa ibang lugar, naka-jeep ka, lahat naka-cellphone. Nasa bus ka, lahat naka-cellphone. Lahat may hawak na phone. Kahit nga naglalakad tayo, yung iba naghahawak pa ng phone habang naglalakad sila. And then we use information technology for globalization. Ang meaning ng globalization is speeding up the movement of exchange. May it be humans, tao, goods, services, or technology all over the planet. Yung bilis ng paggalaw ng tao, ng impormasyon, ng mga teknolohiya, saka mga goods, saka services. So the effect of the globalization is it will promote increase in interaction between different regions and populations around the globe. So may interaction. For example, pag ikaw, yung mother mo, nasa overseas, di ba? Magkakaroon kayo ng interaction from one country to another because of globalization, because of the movement of technology and humans. So we have also a form of political, cultural, and economic life. Sa politics, di ba, nalalaman natin kung ano nangyayari sa US because of globalization. Kasi kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa Amerika, it will also affect us. Kung ano rin yung nangyayari sa culture nila, it will also affect us. Di ba? Yung labanan sa Middle East, makaka-apekto sa atin kasi saan ba kumukuha ng mga oil and fuel galing sa kanila. So kung hindi hihinto yung kanilang gyera doon, expect natin na pataas pa ng pataas yung presyo ng gasolina at diesel dito sa Pilipinas kasi doon nga tayo kumukuha. The good side of this is, like for globalization, you can sell more things and get lot of money. Kahit ikaw kasi, pwede ka nang magbenta through Facebook, sa Shopee, sa Lazada, sa ano pa ba. Ibang platforms, Temu, Shein, ganyan. The bad side, it causes unemployment. Kasi syempre, hindi mo na kailangan ng seller, hindi mo na kailangan ng cashier, hindi mo na kailangan ng promodizer kasi pwede na yung sarili mo doing it online alone by yourself. And then we have virtual community. What do you mean by virtual community? It's a community of people, but they don't see themselves face to face. Like us, we are a group of people who may not meet another through face to face, but exchange words and ideas through mediation of digital network. So tayo, nag-exchange tayo ng idea. Kung sinabi mo, ma'am, I think ganito yung example niyan. So, pag pinarasite ko kayo, this is what you call the virtual community. Usually, virtual community is used for seminars. Ganyan. So, a social network of individuals who interact through specific social media. So, may social media ginagamit, potentially crossing geographical and political boundaries in order to pursue mutual interests or goals. Diba? So as you can see, makikita mo sa Facebook may mga page dyan. May mga page kung kunwari kung gusto mo sa arts, sa kotse, sa motor. Diba? May mga page o kaya sa Discord. Yung Discord na nga lang pag may Discord profile ka, ang mangyayari dyan, may specific kasi na grupo kung gusto mong sumali sa math, sa science. Tapos nag-uusap sila doon. Do you have a subject on STS? Pag sinabi isa meron. Can you help me with this one? O, tutulungan. Minsan pa nag-online homework doing sila doon sa Discord. Depende sa'yo kung ang channel na pupuntahan mo is music, for guitar, for piano, or academic, o kaya for digital art. So it's a mode of interaction through social media. Pero they cross geographical boundary kasi lahat ng tao pwedeng sumali doon. Like Facebook, hindi lang naman Pilipino ang gumagamit, buong mundo. Diba? So kung may platform kayo, magkakaroon kayo ng communication, interaction with other people around the world. So, bakit ba nila binibuild ang virtual community? Bakit pa meron to? To socialize. Yan. To work together in business. Diba? To have a conversation. Yan. Yung iba dyan, biglang may dating app na lang. For what reason? Wala. Gusto lang makipag-conversate. Pero ayaw naman makipagkita. Yan. Work together with specific issues. So, some of the virtual communities tend to uplift or uphold some topics like kunwari, stop violence against women and children, mga ganon, di ba? O kaya climate change. So, nagkakaroon sila ng platform para dun sila mag-usap. And the best way is the World Wide Web, sa internet. Yan. www is also known for the acronym of World Wide Web. So the World Wide Web, commonly known as the web, is the information system where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locators, which may be interlinked by hypertext and are accessible over the internet. Diba? So, lalagay ka lang dun, www.youtube.com or .wikipedia.com. So, lahat na ilalagay mo is an access to the link that you wanted to know. Example of communities, yan, ito. O, parang kanina rin, kung kanina social media, ito naman, community. Kasama na dyan yung Yahoo Messenger, Link, ano pa to, Google Classroom. So, lahat na nandyan. Community example. So, it's a forum and discussion boards for social tagging, rating and reviews, for blogging, virtual worlds, wikis, photo sharing, and video editing. Diba? So, katulad nung sa Instagram, photos yun. Pati yung Pinterest, photos din yun. Pag sinabi mo namang music, Spotify, YouTube, diba? Si YouTube nga nag-upload na rin siya ng lessons. Even teachers upload their lessons to YouTube para mas madaling ma-access ng mga estudyante nila. So how about the language? Of course, we use language for communicating, but what is language? So it's a form of communication using words, either spoken or symbolized with our writing system. Usually structured with grammar. So usually may grammar, pero sometimes kahit walang grammar yung sinabi ng tao, naiintindihan mo kasi may context clues ka na. It's also a medium of expression. It provides us way to express our feelings, thoughts, imaginations, and views. Diba? Using our language to express our thoughts. How will you express your thoughts kung hindi ka magsasalita? Paano masabing masaya ka? Ngingiti ka lang ba? Ano yung sa loobin mo kung bigla ka na lang nakangiti? Baka inisip pa, ba't ka nakangiti? Pinagtatawanan mo ba ako tapos hindi ka makapagsalita? Diba? Even sign languages are also languages para sa mga BP. O hindi sila nakakapagsalita. Pero the sign language is their mode of expressing themselves. It's also used for keeping record. Without language, we cannot keep records. It is used for keeping the record of many events, or we can say that it helps us make the history. Yan. For connectivity, language is used for connectivity. Ang hirap, 'di ba, makipag-usap pag yung kausap mo taga ibang bansa. Paano kung French 'yun, 'di ba? Nakikipag-usap ka tapos Pilipino ka, English ka ng English tapos hindi ka pala naintindihan ng French. Au revoir siya ng au revoir, hindi mo naintindihan. Tapos ikaw naman good morning ka ng good morning. Ang au revoir pala goodbye na, tapos ikaw good morning ka pa rin ng good morning, di ba? So for connectivity. So language keeps us connected with the world. It's also used for as power of thought. Yan. The language also gives us the power of thinking because in order to think, we need a language. Hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-isip ng wala kang words sa utak mo. Mag-iisip ka na nag-visualize lang. Kahit nag-visualize ka, may lumalabas pa rin naman na language sa utak mo. Diba? Pag may imagination ka, alam mo na imagine mo lang siya, hindi mo siya nasabihan about sa language mo. With the help of language, it is also used for identity. So language gives us identity. Like in the world, most of the nations have got their names due to their languages. Kaya di ba, saan ba yun? Sa Korea, sa Japan, kita mo yung lengguwahe nila magkaiba. Tapos sa Taiwanese, iba din. Sa Taiwanese kasi, pahabaan sila ng pangalan. Sa India naman, ang pangalan nila, based sa street nila. So, kung ano yung pinanggalingan ng street, pare-pareho sila ng apelyido. Diba? Tayo kasi is by heritage. Sa kanila, magkaiba. So, yung apelyido nila nakabase sa lugar kung saan sila nakatira. So, for example, we have France for French, England for English, and Germany for German. It's also used for literature, so it is also a function of language that has given birth to literature and different ways of expressing feelings, emotions, and thoughts. It's from different ways we mean to different genres. So because of language, nagkakaroon tayo ng literature. Yung mga binabasa nating libro, pwede siyang nobela, drama, poetry, romance, thriller, di ba? Horror. So because of language. And this constitutes to social life. So the language helps us build up our social life. By saying good day to people, nagkakaroon tayo ng respeto sa kanila, or using dear sir, madam, yours faithfully, and other words. So, di ba pag nagsabi ka ng good morning sa iba, mag-good morning din sa'yo, edi connected na kayo. So, nagkaroon na ng social life. It's also a means of conveying information. So, you convey yung information because of language. So, ang hirap ng isang tao na hindi niya kayang i-express yung sarili niya. Ang hirap mong sabihin kung ano yung tinutukoy mo kung hindi mo alam yung right words na sasabihin mo. Diba? Parang kaninang umaga, sabi ng estudyante ko, sorry ma'am, I don't want to get wet and I don't want to get sick. Sabi niya. I don't like to attend your class soaking wet because this might lead me to not come to my next class. So, di ba, pag sinabi niyang, I don't want to get wet, pag Tagalogin mo, ayokong mabasa, ayokong magkasakit, ayokong pumasok sa'yo kasi baka hindi ako makapasok sa susunod. Tapos, bigla siyang pumasok ng 1 hour late sa akin. O bakit ka pumasok? Ma'am, malilate lang ako. Malilate? Tignan mo nga yung sinabi mo, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get sick. Sabi mo ganyan. Ang sabi niya sa akin, ma'am, basa na kasi ako kanina, nagpalit lang ako. Di mali yung sinabi mo, English ka pa kasi ng English dyan. Dapat di ka na nag-English. Dapat sinabi mo, ma'am, I'm wet. I need to change my clothes. Basang-basa po ako. Kailangan kong magpalit. Malilate ako. Sana ganun na lang. Ba't ka pa kasi gumamit ng English Pag tinagalog mo nakuha ko yung word I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get sick. Diba? Pag tinagalog mo, ayokong mabasa, ayokong magkasakit. Kaya yun, nagtalo kami kanina kasi pumasok siya. Akala ko ba hindi ka papasok? Sabi ko. So it's a means of conveying information. Gumamit ka nga ng language, pero mali naman yung language na ginamit mo. So it's better siguro kung tinagalog niyo na lang yung gusto niyang sabihin. Ma'am, kasi nanginginig ako kanina, ma'am, kasi late na ako. Sana tinagalog mo na lang, pa-English ka pa kasi dyan, sabi ko sa kanya, di ba? So as you can see, nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding pag yung language na ginamit mo, hindi ka bihasa. Bakit ka kasi magta-try pa na mag-English kung hindi mo naman pala kayang sabihin yung gusto mong sabihin dun sa lengguwaheng yun? Kung pwedeng Ilocanuhin mo lang, ibalag mo lang, yun na lang ang gamitin mo, di ba? Kasi mag-feeling ka pa na marunong ka. Yun. So, next time, ganun na lang. Magpapaalam ka, Tagalogin mo. Because the information you wanted to relay to the person will be misunderstood if the language you use is not correctly written or not correctly said. Yan. So, from that, we're done with lesson 1. So, yun ang ating lesson 1.